Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me. We're going to make some scarecrows today. It'll be perfect for the fall decor and they transition into Halloween as well. Stay tuned guys, let's get crafting. So I bought the Santa and the Snowman last year at Dollar Tree at Christmas time. I really didn't have a plan for them and it took me a year to discover a plan for them. But I'm so glad I had these. Hopefully they will sell these again this year so that you'll be able to do this project as well. I'm also going to be using some black and beige and orange and yellow and a couple paint pens for this project. I'm going to be using this, is it a daisy? I think it is. Some raffia and Dollar Tree tin to make this cute little scarecrow. So first thing, remove those tags and we're going to start painting. I'm not painting the glitter side, but I am removing the bulk pieces on it just so it's a flatter surface. You don't even have to do this part. I'm just OCD and wanted to remove it. But we're going to paint his hat black and then we're going to come in with the beige and we're going to paint his face beige. I did spackle the hole, but even when I painted it black, you could see it. So that's where the flower comes in to hide that. So I just used, on the hat, I used one coat, but I think on the face, I did end up doing two. The cardboard was soaking in that paint. So I wanted his face not to look, I wanted a real smooth painted surface. I don't know where I'm going with this. I didn't want the cardboard showing through. So I did give his face two coats. Then I came back in and I just added dry brushing a little bit of that beige paint to the hat to give it dimension. Using a ruler, I came in and I put lines on his face. I didn't even space them out, space them out. I kind of just eyeballed it and did a line on each side, came back in, did one, went to the other side, did one, and then the center, I just eyeballed. So it's really not like perfect, but that's okay. Then I came back in with some sandpaper and lightened up those lines. They were really bright and I wanted them more dull and blending in with the sign more. Plus it gives a really cool technique because it adds a little dimension to your sign. Then I took that dollar tin and I just cut a rectangular piece out and then I folded it to make it look like an accordion and then pulled it back out because I just wanted the illusion of the ripples in it, I guess you would call them. And I didn't want it totally flat, but I didn't want it all stuck together either. Yeah, I'm having a hard time describing this. Why? I don't know. And then I gave that a coat of black paint. That piece gives a super cute rim to his hat. Plus, it also gives you something to glue the raffia down to. During watching one of Craft by Caitlin's videos, I saw her do this using the raffia to give her scarecrow hair, and I thought that was so cute and such a great idea. So I copied you, Caitlin. Go check out her channel. I'm sure y'all have anyway, because she is amazing. But yeah, I did get this part from Crafts by Caitlin. And you just take the raffia, and on the sides I wanted the raffia longer, and then in the center I wanted him to have bangs. So on the sides I folded a couple pieces of raffias in half, cut them or glued them down. Then I took the next bundle and folded it in half and cut it, glued it, and then kind of long trimmed his bangs and took that excess and glued it to the next piece. That way I wasn't really wasting raffia because I was just using what I was trimming. I set it on top of the sign, and then I started giving him a haircut, which was so much fun. I don't know why, it just was. And I knew I wanted the sides to be longer and his bangs to be shorter because I'm not putting eyes on him. The bangs are gonna look like they are covering his eyes, which I thought was a cute effect. And then I just took my hot glue and put a couple layers of hot glue along the line where the face meets the hat, and I glued the rim of his hat down with his little hair attached, and it turned out super cute. Now we're going to take, I'm pretty sure it looks like a daisy to me, and we're going to glue it where the hanger hole is on the sign. And actually it just pops right in, and then add a little hot glue and perfect. And it hides that hole. Then I just took some hot glue and I glued one of the layers of the flower down so that it would kind of lay flat, but the center would be still sticking out to give it dimension. And that worked out perfect to hide that hole. Then I took some wired ribbon and did the same thing. I folded it in like an accordion, and that's going to be the bottom of his, kind of like the bottom of his head, but it's going to be like the collar of his shirt. So I just folded it in an accordion and then pulled it apart and hot glued it to where I wanted the collar to be. You do not need any artistic ability for this next part. As I said, he's not having eyes because his bangs are covering his eyes. So using a white paint pen, I am just drawing a triangle and coloring in the top of the triangle with the white paint pen. Then I'm going to come back in with my orange and my yellow paint and draw lines. And you guessed it, he's going to have a candy corn nose. Once I did those, I came back, well, not yet, I'm waiting for my white to dry. I came back in with my black paint pen and I just gave him a really happy squiggly mouth and added stitches to the mouth to make it look like a scarecrow. After the paint was dry, I came back in with my black paint pen again, and I gave his nose stitches also because I just think that makes him look super cute and adds to that scarecrow look. He is adorable, and he'll be great in my fall decor with my pumpkin patch, and I can even transition him into my Halloween decor. So now we're going to make his little counterpart, the witch, the scarecrow witch. And I'm using full card in black, and I'm going to paint her hat black, and then I'm going to use Waverly Moss to paint her face. Doing it the same way I did with the scarecrow. Coming to like the edge of where the hat would be and starting the face right there. So a few years back on a Goodwill shopping trip, I found a bag of these tulle like pom-poms, I guess, and I grabbed them. There was so many of them, and I've used them for other projects, and we're going to use them for the witch. I also took a long craft stick and I painted it black, and that's what we're going to attach her hair to. So doing the same thing I did on the first scarecrow, I added lines to her face, and then I took sandpaper and I made those lines I just sanded them down so they weren't as drastic. The paint pen is a lot brighter than the chalk paint, and it also gave that textured where I sanded by the lines, kind of gave it a different effect, just like the first scarecrow. So now I'm going to use that craft stick and the one I painted black, and I'm going to do the same thing I did on the first scarecrow. I'm going to make the sides longer with the raffia, and then I'm going to come in between, and she's going to have bangs too. So I'm going to do it the same exact way I did it on the first one. So now I'm going to take that craft stick and I'm going to hot glue it to where the edge of her hat would be. This is going to give her rim to her hat. And then the fun part, we're going to give her a haircut. This reminds me of when I was little and we had those Barbies that you could cut their hair, the Barbie heads. I don't know. It's just so much fun giving these guys haircuts. I did leave the raffia long on the sides and I gave her bangs as well because like the first one, I'm not doing eyes. I just thought it was cute having the hair kind of look like it's covering the eyes. And using those pom-poms, I'm going to cut the little, I guess, handle that was on it to attach it to something. But we don't need those, but I am going to save it. And I'm going to put 4 pom-poms on that rim of her hat. And I'm going to put 2 pom-poms on the top of her hat. It's going to hide the original hole, and it's just going to make the hat kind of coincide with the top and the bottom. My pom-poms, I told you I had already purchased, they're already done, but you can use black yarn and make your own pom-poms, or if you have some black tulle, you can use that to make pom-poms as well. I'm going to draw on a little squiggly nose, include a mole on it because all witches have to have that little mole on their nose, and then I'm going to give her a squiggly mouth as well. After I draw it on and I like it, I'm going to come back in with my black paint pen and go over it just so it shows up a little bit better. Using those little hangers that I cut off the pom-poms, I'm going to hot glue them to the back and then add a couple craft sticks to make sure it's even more secure. And that way, if I want to hang this on the wall, I can. I just made a hanger. These aren't very heavy, and I've done this in the past with signs, and it's worked out really well. It hasn't fallen off the wall because these aren't heavy. So I just glued it down and added craft sticks to secure it. Then I went and grabbed the scarecrow and I did the same thing on him just in case I would like to hang these. And there they are. So cute. I love these scarecrows. I think he is adorable with his little candy corn button nose. Oh, he is just so cute. And she is beautiful as well. We don't want to make any scary witches for our fall decor, so she just has a level of cuteness that I think you could incorporate with your fall decor, or you can save her for Halloween. I had all the supplies out, so I thought I might as well just make her too. And you decide whether you would want to put her with him with your pumpkin patch or save her for Halloween. At least she's done and ready to go when the season starts. So I hope you guys enjoyed the scarecrow video. I enjoyed making it for you. If you did and haven't already, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for future notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. It tells YouTube that you liked it and that YouTube should suggest it to other people to watch as well. It really helps my channel. I love y'all. I hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day, and I'll see y'all again soon. Bye, y'all.